How's it going, guys? Stefan is here. Welcome back for another video. In today's video I have something epic for you. We have two very interesting cameras. We have the GoPro Hero 5, which is being released in 2016. It's gonna be 7 years since this camera has been released. This is amazing, and still it's pretty good camera in my opinion in 2023. On this side we have the new release of the Insta360 Go 3. This camera is great, it's amazing because you can do something like this. And we're gonna compare these two interesting cameras in 2023. I think it's gonna be fun. Let's go outside and let's compare these two action cameras. Let's start with the GoPro Hero 5, which, like I mentioned, is being released in 2016. And this was the first camera that introduced Type-C, which this is amazing. I mean, props to GoPro for doing that. Other companies still using the micro USB, duh. And this camera actually can shoot up to 4K 30 frames per second. Also, we have 12 megapixel sensors here, so we can take stills, pretty decent for the time. And also, this camera is waterproof up to 33 feet, 10 meters without the actual casing that you need. But yeah, pretty decent back then. 10 meters, so you can submerge this and you can do some crazy shots underwater. Also, the back screen is touch enabled, which even now still is pretty good after 7 years. And for some reason they didn't change a lot. Pretty much the display, it's similar to the GoPro Hero 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. But yeah, back then this was game changer. And fast forward 7 years and now we have something like this. This is the new Insta360 Go 3. This is the new release. It's been released a couple of weeks ago, and this camera is great. I'll show you why. So the actual camera is this. So you can remove it from the action pot. This is called action pot. And also you have a screen so you can see yourself when you vlog, which is pretty nice. But the fact that this is 35 grams, also the back is with magnets. Cool accessories that the camera comes with. The first one is the easy clip, which is amazing for POV headshots. The second cool accessory is the magnet pendant. And as you can see, are you ready for POV shots for different perspective if you want to record something cool? And the quick release is just amazing because this takes less than a second. And as you can see, and now you're ready to use your camera with different accessories and different mounts. To take this off, just press the buttons and you're ready. And now let's check how is the vlogging situation with the Insta360 Go 3. This is 2.7K 30 frames per second, and also you can hear the sound of this interesting camera. Also we have a standard stabilization. This is on standard at the moment. It's not a high stabilization because it's not fair, and I think the sound should be much better, and the footage as well. Insta360 Go 3 2.7K 30 frames per second. How is the sound and the footage? And now let's try the vlogging situation with the GoPro Hero 5, and also you can hear the sound as well. This is 4K 30 frames per second, ultra wide setting on the lens, and also you can see the footage. There's no stabilization at 4K. So how is the sound? And also, how is the video quality? And now this is the same settings, 2.7K, 30 frames per second, standard stabilization. As you can see, how is the sound quality and how is the footage of the Insta360 Go 3. And now let's check the GoPro Hero 5. This time linear mode, 2.7K, 60 frames per second. And how is the sound? And how is the video quality of the GoPro Hero 5? Now we have a stabilization, so we're gonna check something. We're gonna check some stabilization footage. We're gonna start to run in a minute. But how is the sound from the GoPro Hero 5 and 2.7K 60 frames per second? And now let's check the stabilization test. So the Insta360 Go 3, it's on standard stabilization mode, and the GoPro Hero 5, the stabilization is on. So let's just walk and let's see how is the stabilization test with the GoPro Hero 5 and the Insta360 Go 3. So this is just standard walking. Just in a second I'm gonna start to walk a little bit more fast. So I'm walking a little bit more faster now. See how is the footage on both cameras. And now let's start to run. See how is the footage on the both cameras. Try to keep the both cameras steady. This was pretty interesting. Actually the GoPro Hero 5, even after 7 years, I think it's still a great piece of gear to buy in 2023. You can get this camera less than $100. Obviously the Insta360 Go 3, it's much capable action camera with all the cool attachments, accessories and features, but I think it's not a bad camera in 2023. So if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments down below. As always, I'll see you in the next video.